Veka, you're just leaving the mother city heading towards Port Elizabeth. What was the sentiment among residents in Cape Town? You visited various areas, saw one of your crossings from Mitchell's Plain. How is the enthusiasm about the selection among those you spoke to?
Morning, Nicholas. Yeah, I wouldn't say enthusiasm. I think it was more a feeling of, yes, we will because we have to when it comes to voting. I think it's kind of the sentiment that we've experienced or people are experiencing around the country is, yes, we'll vote. Many people still undecided. Others saying, okay, we're going to vote ANC. Let's give Cyril a chance. That was the sentiment. It wasn't just because the ANC has done this for me. Others are saying, I've always voted ANC. That's why I'll vote ANC, because they gave me a chance. They gave me the opportunity to vote. Those who said they would vote DA, there was one woman who said, yeah, I'm probably going to vote. I'll vote the DA because that's what coloured people do. Not saying that this is what the DA has actually done for us here in Mitchell's Plain. Others saying, I'm going to vote EFF because they've promised me free this and free that, and I'm going to get land. And then when it comes to young people, Nicolaus, I mean, two young people that we spoke to saying that they haven't registered to vote. They're not even going to vote. One of them saying she has no context. The school she went to, she doesn't believe she has enough history of South Africa to make an educated vote. And then another young gentleman saying that he and his friends, well, the election is not even on their radar. They're not even talking about elections. It's really not something that's very, very important to them. They have other things that they are worrying and talking about at the moment. So a mixed bag of reactions, a mixed bag of sentiment from them. Not very much excitement, I would say, when it comes to voting, just saying we're going to do it because I suppose we have to.
And this reaction that you're getting from young people, I suppose, commensurate with the fact that over half of those eligible to go and make their mark on May the 8th simply haven't even bothered to register. There's over 6 million young people that aren't going to be voting. And is this the experience that you've had not only in Cape Town but in the other places that the eNCA bus has visited, a level of apathy among the youth?
Well, I think just from hearing from what the team has said about when Xoli was on the road last week, yes, I think it's that young vote that the political parties want, but they actually haven't gone after it, Nicolaus. The student that I spoke to, the one who's at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology, saying there hasn't been one political party that has come to campus to actually address them. She hasn't seen any sign of political activity as much as they want that vote. They haven't come there. They haven't told them why they should actually register to vote, why that they should, let alone why they should even vote for those particular parties. So as much as they've talked the talk, it seems they haven't walked the talk. They haven't gone to the people, to the young South Africans to tell them why they need to come out in their numbers. So probably the reason for those high numbers of unregistered young voters that we're seeing.
Certainly some unfinished homework there from the main political parties vying for votes on May the 8th. So where's the bus headed to next? You're headed in the direction of Port Elizabeth. What are the little doorpies, the stops that you will be making?
Well, I don't know that we're going to be making too many stops along the way. We're about 200 k's outside of George at the moment. It's flat, it's green, it's brown. It's pleasant to look at, it's pretty to look at, but we'll just stop, I suppose, to fill up, power up the batteries as well, and head straight to Port Elizabeth. So I think we have another 5 or 6 hours ahead of us, and when we get there, we'll see who'd like to come and give us their moment of truth, and who'd like to talk to us on the eNCA election bus.
It certainly should be an interesting place to find out people's political opinions in the wake of that change in local government in the Metro. Nelson Mandela Bay Metro in the hands of the DA with the help of other opposition parties, and then the rug essentially pulled from under Mayor Athol Trollip there, and there's Mongababani that is now in charge. Yes, Mongabeli, beg your pardon, that is now the mayor in charge. So it'll be interesting to see how that has affected voter sentiment ahead of a national vote.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. I mean, Mongameli Babani has been mayor for what? Or not even 6 months, or maybe just less, or just over 6 months. And I mean, what a saga that was. We remember all those attempted motions of no confidence that we saw. And then finally, that one person making a difference to that vote late last year, around October, I think it was, when we saw that happen. So from what I've been hearing, what I've been gauging about Nelson Mandela Bay the metro. It seems like Mongameli Bobani has been out there, he's been making those promises, but the issues, the service delivery issues, remain the same pretty much as they've been for the rest of the country. It's about sanitation, it's about housing, it's about electricity. So I'd like to see, has anything changed over the past 6 months or so? Has he actually made good on any promise, especially with this election on the horizon?
Veka, we'll have to leave it at that. Our anchor, Veka Rangappa, on the eNCA election bus heading towards Port Elizabeth.